Yes, guys, welcome back to another vid from Mutal FC, and today we got another banging vid for you. Today we got week 30. Oh, fucking no. Who gives a fucking shit? We're not going to talk about Premier League predictions. The league is over. We're going to talk about the European motherfucking Super League.
That's right. In case you don't know what the fucking Super League is, check out the videos in the description. Tifo Football does a good job of explaining it.
Yeah, but if you don't know what it is, it's basically 15 founder clubs, the top 6 in the Premier League, the top 3 clubs in Serie A, top 3 in La Liga, who've all banded together to make this elite competition in Europe, where 15 clubs are there. They'll never be relegated from this competition, and they get to choose 5 other clubs. And these 5 other clubs, how are they chosen? Well, they have playoff positions in their league. So if they finish like 3rd or 4th in their league, they'll get to play off into this 5 positions. So there's going to be 20 teams altogether. And how will this competition work? The teams will be divided into 2 groups of 10. The 4 best from each group will go into a knockout phase in quarterfinals with a 2-legged tie, then a semifinal with a 2-legged tie, and then a final, just like the Champions League. The only difference is 15 clubs will always be in it no matter what, and they get $350 million for it every year, so it's fucking disgusting.
All right, so I want to give my take, and I'm going to start off with national things. So FIFA's come out and said they're going to ban players that participate in this. So my question is, what the fuck happens to the World Cup and the Euros, because it's right around the summer? And the thing is, like, World Cups have always been a way of measuring greatness. Whenever you see people comparing players from different eras, so whether it's Messi or Pelé, they always talk about the World Cup as that's like what is the same from generation to generation. But I mean, we don't know what's going to happen because, Super League wants to fuck it over. And the second thing is what's going to happen to Prem, right? Because Prem is the most successful domestic league right now, right? But if the top 6 pull out, who wants to watch Burnley versus Newcastle and have that be the best game every week, right? I don't understand. But, even if you're a fan, right? Let's say it's Arsenal versus Spurs. You want to see that classic North London derby in like the Prem format. Or if you're a West Ham fan and you want to see United come to your home stadium, that's when you would have gotten to see Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez or something like that. It's taken away from the fans. And the last thing I want to talk about is the Champions League as well. Like, they were supposed to change the format in 24-25 to a 36-team format from a 32-team format. So my thing is, why jump the gun, right? You already have COVID and you're dealing with that shit. And I just don't understand. Like, I get last year, it was like in the middle of COVID, like that one game format was really exciting. A lot of exciting shit happened. PSG made it to the final, yet they still lost. I don't understand. And the thing is, the 36 league format, you can up the games in it, right? So instead of every team going home after 6 games, like half the teams, you could up it to, it's 10 games now. If you want to up it to whatever number you want, that's there. I don't fucking understand, but let's see what Chris has to say about it.
Yeah, so the way I see this, I really think this only benefits the owners because they're just pulling in profit and revenue just off being in this league. You know, $3.5 billion from just entering, and then you get that same amount each time you're in the league. Players, their salaries are probably going to be raised. Coaches' salaries are probably going to be raised. But when you're a kid, I know most of those players, when they were growing up, they were probably looking at players in the Champions League, in the Premier League, La Liga, winning those titles. I don't know how much it helps their legacy winning like a bullshit European Super League when like some of the best teams in Europe aren't even in there. Look at the Champions League semifinalists from last year. You had PSG, Bayern, Lyon, and Atalanta. How many of those teams are in the European Super League? Not one. So like, yeah, credit to them. They brought in City, they brought in Juve, Barca's in there, but it's not really the best teams in the world. You had like 4 of the semifinalists, 4 of the best teams in the world from last year are not. Bayern and PSG are arguably 2 of the best right now. They are not in there. Credit to them for that, for staying in their league, so that can actually continue to watch them in their home countries. But like, what if some other teams deserve to be in this? Like Arsenal and Spurs. Arsenal has history. Spurs, I don't know what the fuck you have. Like maybe one Carabao Cup in the last 20 years. But like Arsenal just came off a 97th minute tie to Fulham, and next day they're announcing that they're in the biggest league in Europe for the next however many years. So like, there's teams that don't deserve to be there. Teams that are the best right now aren't in there, so it's not really a super league. So it's clear that this is just benefiting the owners, profiting off of this. And then the question that raises for me is, how does the future of soccer look? Players now, if you're young, you go through academy systems, and then you eventually reach the pro team. And the way you get noticed is through bigger teams watching you in your leagues. If you play for West Ham, if you play for Crystal Palace, if you play for Southampton, whatever it is, you got through because Premier League fans, Premier League managers from Liverpool, United, City watched you, and you got to move up. Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, they didn't go straight to Liverpool. Like, they came from smaller teams. So where does the future set of players come from? Because now you have no one. The European Super League is going to be its own league eventually, I feel like, breaking off from the Prem and all these other domestic leagues. So no one's getting noticed. So I don't know, like, after Mbappe and Haaland, where do you go? So, like, right now, owners may be making a lot of money, but 20 years from now, I don't know who's going to be playing in the European Super League. Like, this league may be better. So, and the other thing that raised the question is the whole topic of franchising. I think the NFL makes franchising work really well. You can relocate based on what, like, the owner basically has control of the whole team. In soccer, that wasn't the case. There's always a board that is able to control you. But in the NFL, you have a board at the top that can control teams to make sure they're not, overpowering their teams. They're not match fixing. But for this European Super League, the board is the club owners. So you have some weaker teams that aren't in that board, then whoever is at the highest power get their team to win their game. So if Real Madrid is playing, say, like Wolfsburg in a quarterfinal game of the European Super League, Florentino Perez, the president of the European Super League, can give his team a win on his own. So, like, where's the credibility in this league? I don't know where. All you get is money, from what I see it. Owners are profiting. No one else is benefiting. How are fans going to be able to travel to away games week in, week out? Most people don't have the money for that. So I don't see how this works out with anyone other than the owners. Long term, this seems like a terrible idea. Yeah, you get to see good competition each week with the top clubs. But what happens 20, 30 years from now when all the players are now washed and now you have no one new to bring in? So yeah, that's kind of my say on it.
Yeah, my take is honestly, like, they're spending a lot of shit on the ball, but teams like Leicester City. Leicester have a Prem. Spurs don't. How are Spurs in the European Super League? Like, let's make this clear. Leicester were a team who were really developing the last couple of years, right? They deserve a spot. I'm not saying they deserve a spot in the European Super League, but they deserve to have a chance at qualifying. Yes, they could probably qualify, but even if they qualify, and let's say they even win the European Super League, do they get to stay in next year? Because from what we know so far is the 15 founder clubs will never get kicked out of the league. It's only the 5 other teams that have to qualify to have to keep on rotating. So if you win the Super League, do you get some guarantee to stay in, or do you also have to be rotated? That's not fair, right? How can I win the European Super League and be still kicked out? And teams like West Ham, all these small teams, Atalanta and Serie A, who've been developing the last couple of years and pushing Champions League spots year in, year out. These teams deserve to play in Europe's elite competition. Why do Arsenal? Because of their history of a certain time, right? Because people forget teams like Aston Villa have a European Cup, right? It's just like, it's not that specific history that that people are using in the criteria right now. People are using maybe the 1990s and the early 2000s as criteria of successful. There were teams before that, Aston Villa, Blackburn, who've won leagues, Champions Leagues, and they're not getting asked or invited. So it's not even fair how they've invited certain teams. Spurs, in my opinion, should not even be near this conversation. Arsenal, 5 years now, haven't played in the Champions League. Why are they in Europe's elite competition? They're fucking mid-table. Why are they in Europe's elite competition? So, as you can see, all of us, and we're United fans, like Chris and I, we're United fans, and we have a problem with this, right? I mean, now I guess the whole world of football knows how shit the Glazers are. You can see our pain that we suffer in week in, week out. But, I mean, that's the state of football right now. Americans are killing this game. Like, you guys, let us know down in the comments below, what do you think about this European Super League? Are you cool with it? Do you think it's fucking shit? How do you think it can be improved? Let us know down in the comments below. But other than that, boys, I mean, hopefully we'll catch you next week. Peace.